In this tutorial, we'll be learning architectural workflows of Midjourney. And the first step is to log into our Discord account. I usually have it over here as a bookmark. But if you don't have it, you can just log it in. And the second step is to add a server, create my own for me and my friends. And now we have this interface. And our first step is to add the app, which is Midjourney. And now if we um, type dash, we will have prompts that we can use. Now, after we finish adding Midjourney bot, we can start with three most basic prompts. First is imagine. Imagine is a text picture command. We can use keywords or picture links in this prompt. Let's try put in, for example, the ones I did was this. We can copy text, imagine, and we put in the text. We don't need the parameters for now. Let's just put in the text. And our first text prompt is now generating pictures for us. And the second, um, and we can also do something that is more complex with imagine, which is to copy this image address, which is a link, and we copy it to here, and we add some kind of keywords behind. For example, um, bluish, blue and purple with rainy environment. As you can see, the previous one is already generated, 93%, and it's just that easy. And we have four really great photos. Um, and we can just wait for this one to show up too. And the second command is to use blend. Blend is to blend images. One, two, um, maximum I think is five. We can put more images over here, maximum of 5 images. And we can go to Pinterest and copy any of the images. Just copy and paste. And let's use the ones we did before and copy this image and just press enter. Then it's gone. It's done. As you can see, this one is in pink and blue, purplish environment, and it's raining, which is exactly what we wanted. And now the blending tool is also working right now. Let's just wait. Meanwhile, it's waiting. Let's learn our third command, which is um, describe. Describe is basically to describe an image so that we don't have to even think about the text ourselves, which is what ChatGPT can do. Um, it is also very useful because uh, because we sometimes we just have an image in our mind, but we don't have the words to describe them. So as you can see, it kind of generates these words that we can use so that um, as keywords, as prompts, so that it is a loop that we translate images to text and text to images, so that we can always do this iterative process. Um, and as you can see, we just blended the images that we put in this one. Oh, sorry, we put in this one, and I think it was this one, and give us something pretty decent to use. For architectural use, Blend is the one I use the most. Blend is a picture-to-picture prompt. The algorithm captures the data from the pictures and export them as a set of drawings. Um, but another thing to mention is that don't put in too many photos or too many texts. Same for the prompt of imagine, because if you put in more excessive amount of text or image, it's going to generate noises that disturbs your results. Um, a good amount of words would be something like this, or something like this. Just phrases, not paragraphs or um, essays about one image. After we get the images from the from Midjourney, we can actually use the bottom two functions. One is U and V. U basically means upscale to make higher resolution images, and V is for variation, which means making variations of this particular image that you like. Um, and of course, you can also do reroll to regenerate the design that you think is best. And last but not least, is the parameters that we didn't cover. Um, let's go to let's go to our slides. Um, for parameters, there are basically four parameters that are really useful. One is C and S. It basically you have to just type this thing um, and put in, for example, this will be a template that is very easy to use, C2 or S90, um, so that um, the parameters make your result more crazier or deviate from your um, reference photos or reference datas. And A and R is the aspect ratio, which is um, the width and height of the image that you want. Um, the third, the very last thing that I want to mention is are the two things that are really, really important and really, really useful, which is to um, type in the prompt setting It is very important because Midjourney is a iterative process, and Midjourney, the team is constantly upgrading and making new models and modes of this algorithm. So it's very important for us to pick which model we use. It will generate different results. And the second part is the remix mode. The remix mode is basically um, allow us to add prompts to the images that Midjourney generated. For example, we can, when we push V4, it's gonna pop up this remix prompt, and we can actually add, for example, we can add prompts onto the images that we picked, so that it's always upgrading to something that is that what we want. And meanwhile, we're waiting for the results. Okay. Now we can see it adds bluish and this tone to it. We can add more prompts and more information as we move towards the project. So it's very, very crucial to use um, remix mode when we're generating pictures. We're actually getting some results that are really, really interesting, and which I think I can actually use this in one of my projects. The very last function of Midjourney is the gallery. When we go into our Midjourney website, we can um, see what kind of pictures that we've generated. And this is important because when we put when we like really we press buttons of this one, it actually generate give us all kinds of related images. It's almost like Pinterest, but we can actually use the prompts that are related and make our own drawings so that we don't have to work um, repetitively. We can actually go into the gallery and pick what we want and regenerate and do this into this iterative but also educated um, process. And for my next tutorial, I'll be making for everyone is about SketchUp. SketchUp is a very easy to use software, but there are some tricks that can work very well with Midjourney. So I want to um, tell guys I'm gonna make a full tutorial about SketchUp that is incorporated into Midjourney. So hope you guys will like it. As you can see, it's actually generating something that's really, really, really interesting. Um, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.